All right, so we're gonna work on 2014 Kia Optima. The radiator replacement. So you can see we're gonna take those bolts off. They're 10mm bolts. I'm taking them off. That's for the air cleaner, or the air scoop. Just pull it out, and then it'll give you a little bit more access to the fan and to the hoses and all that stuff. So those are the little clips. You gotta take those off too. You don't really gotta take them off. Well, no, you do gotta take them off, because you gotta expose that other part on the bottom. But yeah, you take those off. I use like a flathead screwdriver to pull them up and then unscrew them, because they've been there for so long and they've been taken off and off and on, so they don't come off like they should. And then after you pull them out, you take that cover off. This job is not that hard. The hardest part is that the condenser for the AC, which is not hard at all, but that's what's going to take a little bit more time. So that's another 10mm. Take that off, and then that's going to give you access to, when you remove the hose, the radiator hose from the top, you'll be able to move the hose out of the way. So I'm using those bent needle nose pliers. Take it off, move it out the way. And then the fan has 10mm bolts as well. You take those off. You gotta disconnect the fan, the little fan module. Disconnect that. I'll probably speed up the process a little bit. That way you don't gotta sit through all this. And then right there, you take off those 10mm. They're pretty much just all 10mm. You don't gotta do nothing else. It's just they're all 10s. After you take all that off, you take the other one off on the other side. And then the fan just comes right off. The fan has like a clip. There's like clips on the bottom. You just gotta pull the clip out, pull them out, and then the fan will come right out from the clips. Just play with it. That way you could, just find the way to take it off. And then this is the part that's a little bit more complicated, but it's not bad. It's the part of taking off that condenser. So that's the radiator right there. But right here, before doing all the condenser stuff, you gotta take off the transmission lines. So you see I'm taking off the top one. Then it's gonna drip a little bit, so I put it on the grass part when I didn't do it on people's driveway, or put something underneath to catch it. But it doesn't drip that much, so you could refill it, but it's not really necessary, because really you don't really dry. It's just a little tiny bit that comes off. Take the bottom one out. Same process, just pull it out. They get kind of stuck, so you gotta play with it. Then you got that bottom hose, I don't take it off. What I did was that I took it off from the top instead of from the bottom. So that's the air cleaner, or the air scoop, or the air cleaner, whatever you guys call it. Take it off. You just unhook it from the throttle body, and then you move it. There you go. You move it up top like that. and then you'll be able to get enough room to get the clamp off of that radiator, the lower radiator hose. You see, I zoomed it in there for you can see the clamp is right there, and I'm using the regular one of those regular pressure pliers or vice grips. Yeah, just squeeze it, take it out, and then the radiator comes off with that hose stuck on there. I do it that way because in order to take that hose off, if they never took the radiator off before, and that's there from factory, you got to go to the bottom of the car, in order to get enough room to get the hose, the pliers on there, and I don't want to do that. I just might as well do it from there. So I took that off, and then now you'll see the problem with the condenser. So you got to take those off. Those are the 10 millimeters holding the radiator in place. It has four bolts, 2 on each side. And then after you take those bolts off, you're gonna see that there's like a little, it's like a little support that has a rubber piece around it, and that's what's holding the radiator in place. You take that off, and then you'll be able to move the radiator out the way. So this is the problem. See, right around there, that clip, that's what you gotta use. You gotta pull that out and push the condenser up, and then you'll see here too, right there. So you gotta pull those clips off and put the condenser up at the same time, and it's gonna pop off those clips. So I already did it, and then you see how I popped it up, and then just leave it there, and then the whole radiator comes off, and then that's it. That's pretty much it. I mean, the process to put it on is the same way, just reverse process. But you take it off. Then what I do on the ground is that, see the way that the hoses go, because you wanna put it the same way on the new radiator. So I mean, just eye it. Just look at it, see the position of it, and be like, all right, it's facing some type of degrees this way or whatever. I mean, don't gotta be perfect, but you gotta put it at least somewhat the same way, because if not, the hose is gonna bend when you put it on the new one. So see how I put it on, and I figured, I just looked at it on the old one, and I'm like, okay, it's facing this way a little bit like this, so that's where I'm gonna put it. I put the clamp back on. I put the radiator on top of the box. You don't want to put the new radiator on the ground. All right, put it on top of the box or on top of something that's soft. You don't want to damage it. And then you got to change you put it on and it's leaking. So put that radiator back on with the hose, and then it's just straightforward after this. Pretty much, you got to put the radiator. You got to line the radiator on the bottom with the little boots, the little support, the radiator supports on the bottom. So you gotta stick the radiator in those little supports, on the bottom of the chassis. And you just stick it on there and just let it swing out a little bit. And then the hardest part is putting that condenser back on. That was kind of tough, because the AC lines are connected, and you just gotta make sure you pull on it real good, and then it'll go back on. But I already did that. I didn't want to spend time showing you how to do it, because it's pretty much the same way you took it off. And then boom, you put that back on, put the radiator back on, and that's about it. And that's it. You guys just it's a simple process. Everything else goes back on the same way. And after that, you're good. Make sure you put your fluid back to level. Let the car idle, run for a little bit when you already filled it. Make sure the temperature always stays in the middle where it's supposed to be at. And then check for leaks, and just make sure both hoses get to the working temperature. Make sure that the thermostat's working right by holding the top hose, and then the bottom hose, they both have to be the same temperature after the car reaches operating temperature. That's about it.